Ooh, hello everybody. Let's see. Rochelle, how are you, my dear? Jeff, how are you? Um, Charlie D, how are you? Stacy AB, how are you? William, I forget my favorite. Yeah, I know you ain't lasting long. We just said the tip. Boy, oh boy. Um, Hey Heidi. Is Heidi here? Okay, damn. Okay, good morning, Heidi. Let's see. Gamecock, Miss Liability. Miss Liability, I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. Hey Ghostface, what it do? Queen Rochelle, whatever with K. Savage, good morning. Rainbow. You dirty girl, you had the whole streets going off last night. Hey Pippi, the OG cousin up in this bit. Let's see. Hello to everyone coming in. Let me see. What's up, Gary? One of these days I'm gonna put my glasses on. Get your surfboards out, Heidi. But let's get into this. I was late. I was going to do it last night, but then the World Cup was going on, and then Rainbow and John had it popping. So I was like, you know what? Let me just sit back and watch. Let me finish painting. So yesterday, no, it wasn't yesterday. It was about Saturday. Hey, Sharbatty, what up, Pink Butterfly? Um, okay, I don't know if I told you guys. So we're painting this house from top to bottom. Yes, I am a top. So I haven't been around that much. Um, so I got a message, and um, so I got a message about Jules. And Jules, I hope you're listening to this one because this is a good one. So I get a message, and it's basically about the tip off. So this is all allegedly. So the topper, right? So that's why the stream is called Just the Tip. It's not really what you think it is. So let me rewind this back. So you guys, this is how y'all know I'm not lying. So remember when I told y'all last year that Genevra was working in a group, and she was working in a group, and um, she allegedly, okay, I have to say allegedly wanted members of this group to call and report GW for being at Jules. Give me 1 second. Let me run and get a bottle of water. I hear my mouth. So give me 1 second. Okay. So this was last year. She wanted the group to report Jules, and she wanted them to know that Glenwood was at Jules's house, and to check his location, check his social media, right? So that was last year. That was from that group. Fast forward this year, a couple months ago. What? No, not a couple months ago. This was literally a couple weeks ago. What happened? Jules's bobble-headed ass made a big scene caused a bunch of commotion, and um, I gotta remember everything. Y'all know I don't write nothing down. So she caused a bunch of commotion. Stupid ass Jules lets it slip that she's seen JJ's court documents, right? So y'all remember the timing of all this. She let it slip that she had JJ's court documents, right? So nobody really caught it. No one really paid too much attention. And apparently, I think JJ must have heard it. JJ and Bliss must have heard it. So I don't think they understood the whole thing. So when I went on Bliss's panel, I filled them in. This is how it happens. Me and Geneva was having a back and forth. Geneva didn't know I had some stuff. So I posted a screenshot. Geneva thought it was John sending me stuff, but it wasn't John sending me stuff. So she thought she was going to be slick, right? And she thought, okay, well, if John is sending him our conversation, let me send a little more of the conversation. So she had part of JJ's court documents, and I'm trying to word this carefully because I don't want to say more than I should, and I also don't want to um, give more light to this because that's not right to throw. It wasn't right to be passing around her court stuff. So I told him that story. Then I think John had got a little triggered. He went live and he was showing I didn't have anything to do with it. If you look here, she sent me this. I didn't even know who this person was, blah, 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 blah. So that must have pissed Geneva off. Henceforth, the tip. The tip. So, from what I understand, Geneva, you was getting your ass handed to you about passing around court documents. The other side, they're not trusting you. They know, like, oh, okay, you're still up to the same shit. Now, everyone knows when you don't defend Jenny, or if something happens, Jenny goes from 0 to 60 on your ass. So, Jenny, you're in that group. You was wanting that group to do fuck shit. And I'm not going to say the members of the group just yet, but I said it before. So if you guys remember, you guys go ahead. I don't know if my lives are there, but y'all fill in the blanks. Now, like I said, this is allegedly, but I would have had no way of knowing that. And that's all I'm going to say on that one because I don't want to say too much. But I would have had no way of knowing if this person, and y'all, remember when I said someone was messaging me and they was asking me for Geneva's information? This is who I think that person is. So there's a hint right there of who I think this person is. But Jenny, allegedly, and in your opinion, absolutely. So Jules, you talk too much. I always said it. You talk too much. And Geneva knows all your fuck shit. So the timing of everything, when you deleted everything, and when you came back, it is all very suspect. But that's all I can say on that for right now because I don't want to say too much. But y'all remember the timing of all that. Um, so anyway, let's fast forward just anytime we hear George say, remember when I said there's shit going on. And you know the funny thing about all this is, Ghostface, Geneva, you are the one who put these people into these spoof apps. You're the one who taught them this game. Now they're using that game on you. And I didn't pass my phone number out there. I am so glad that RO didn't go through. You see, God is looking out for all of us because now the tea is coming to me and I'm sharing it with you guys. This is wonderful. And to be honest, if that RO went through, I wasn't going to speak on Jules. But Jules, unblock me, girl. Let's talk. I'll tell you the tea that I know. But Jules, you did some people dirty over there and you tried to blame it on me. And even hey Sarah motherfucking Z, even Maria was trying to blame me for Mia's mommy. I almost said Mia's Mickey. Mia's mommy and what's the other lady's name? Snurk. That was not me. You picked Jenny over Snurk and Mia's mommy. You picked Jenny and Susie, and I put it on my community tab. So the proof is right there. But this is just funny, wonderful news. I'm telling you. Oh shit, the World Cup is on. So anyhow, let's move it along. So Jules went crazy the other day. Um, hey Lottie Da. She announced her imaginary boyfriend really close to the time that G would. Yeah, yeah. And Jenny is in. She, Jenny is a snake. She knows all that stuff. Um, and she would have known exactly how to get Jules. And I do believe that Jules probably told Glenwood, look, I think, something might happen. You might want to run. He left. Um, I don't know. I'm going to, I'm going to, I believe this is right. Just the timing of everything, then finding out Geneva wanted to do this game last year. And Jenny is loyal to no one. But I will say, Jules and Maria, you guys are stuck with her. Y'all are stuck. You guys went to the fiery pits of hell to get that troll, and you guys got her. You're stuck. And now it's just weird. Like everything's falling apart in Jules's orbit over there. Um, is that where they caught him? Like, literally, I haven't been watching too much. What happened with her jail time? Uh, I mean, I would think. I mean, clearly she got rid of him before, she could be charged with harboring a fugitive, I guess. I don't know. But anyhow, let's move it along. Now, the other day, I don't know what day I think this was Saturday or Sunday. I just peeked in and I saw Jules was going nuts. And I was waiting on Brooke to cover this one, but she didn't. So I said, you know what? Let me give the people what they want because I really wasn't trying to go live, but I knew, you know what? I need to get live. Um, but we're really trying to finish this house up by this weekend. And we switched paint colors in a room. So we're kind of behind, but hey, we'll see. So, anyhow, this live was too good for people not to cover. I'm not sure what's going on. Hey, Lisa Wigger, how are you? I'm not sure why people didn't cover this live. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit the time. Lamb Chop, you were right about her Discord. Okay, Lamb Chop. So, what about the Discord, lamb chop? Do tell. I was saying he was at the apartment, in my opinion. That's why she def was scared for the cops to knock at the door. Yeah, and Kay, if you remember, she kept saying, "Oh, there's cameras around. I have cameras pointed at every exit and every window." And then she said something like, um, um, she had a camera facing out in the hallway. And remember, somebody had said something to her like, um, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Um, oh. Maria, I just got a screenshot of you trashing Jenny last February. Hey, Mod 148, how are you? Hey, Raven, how are you? And this shows how fake and weird they are over there because last February they was all teaming up to come after me. You guys are so stupid. You guys were teaming up to go after me. Hey, Michelle LaBelle, how are you? You guys were teaming up to come after me last year at the. Uh, but then at the same time, you guys were fighting each other. Like, how fake are y'all? Y'all didn't think that this was going to go down? Oh my gosh. Ugh. That somebody says I can post that one. I will post it. I will post it. So, um, okay, let me start Jules's live. And y'all, I don't know how much of this we're gonna get through because the tea is dropping, and you guys gotta know, and we need to know as well. Let me see, what was I doing? Oh. But I will say, let me piggyback off of something for a minute. Now, Kendra spiraled last week. Kendra was going nuts. Okay, everybody saw it. We all saw it. We all heard it. Blah blah blah. But Maria and Jules spiraled right after Kendra. Where was their call out for that, huh? Y'all were going fucking nuts. You see, y'all might want. Let me shut up. Hey, Ann. But you know what? Maybe maybe Kendra's been doing a little voodoo or some witchcraft or something because every time y'all come for Kendra, something happens to y'all. Like Dodo Brain was so happy about that court shit with Kendra, and then look, she went to jail right after. Jules and Maria was laughing at Kendra, and they spiraled right on after. That's crazy. That's crazy work. And while we're on the topic of Kendra, let me just say this. If I feel somebody is on the verge, they're on the edge, I'm just going to go ahead and block you, not because I dislike you or anything like that, because I am worried about your mental health. So, this was my decision. I did block Kendra, not because I dislike her, just because I don't want Kendra to go down a dark road. And I don't think it would be fair for me to say what I said about Kendra, but then kind of allow her to come here and just get triggered and re triggered all over again. So that was that. I do like you, Kendra. I want the best for you. Like I said, call me, text me anytime you want to talk or anything like that. But me, I just feel like YouTube is just not the place for you right now. Some of this bullshit.
Everybody, let's get to the top. Hello, Miss Lisa. Pretty Bird, Amanda, Miss Crafts. Hello, I love you too. Hello, Adore. Good to see you. Pretty Bird. Hello, Kate. Hello, Cree, AK. Rabbit, did I say hello? No. Hello, Rabbit. And Maria. And I think we're doing doubles. Chris, hello and good morning to you. And hey, Wanda, how are you? And I guess we're good. We are good. Well, guess what? My subscriber count is back. I'm back up to 5,100 and something, which I believe is the normal amount after
What
I
was
got.
the Getty account doing? I didn't really see anything crazy, but I mean, I really wasn't looking either. I know they came in the chat a few times, but yeah, good old Cree. Was they saying some crazy stuff? I didn't really catch all that.
Unsubbed by
Fast all
whatever.
that.
But anyway, still over 1,000. Hey, Victoria, good to see you. So apparently, the drunk eyeball thinks that I watch her page. Fun fact, Brooke, I don't. Only reason I found anything out was about Reddit. So apparently, Brooke was having a tantrum, and I believe she's got a new account on Reddit, by the way. She's having a tantrum saying that I'm a pussy ass bitch. Why am I a pussy ass bitch? Because my ex-boyfriend
were they?
is in jail. Make that make sense. I'm a pussy. Hey, Tina, I am a pussy ass bitch because my ex-boyfriend is in jail. And apparently, according to her, because I brought my channel back on the 23rd, and I guess that's the day that he went in. So apparently that equates to what?
Hey, Brooke.
You really need to pay attention to your own family and the things going on in your own household much more.
Hey, Star.
Than this. And also, I'm also being told that it proves something. Where in those sentencing papers does it prove anything? Because fun fact, I never ever testified at any of his hearings. Not one.
But you couldn't have.
Not one. Was never, ever, ever tried on anything. Never accused of anything whatsoever. So I do see some verbiage that looks like him addressing the judge, but that's not me. I was his girlfriend. I called the police on him several times to have him removed from my home. Fact. There's no more story to this than what I read that post that their
cat got her tongue. Did you hear that one? No, there's definitely more to it. And I honestly think, Jules, that's what you're worried about. You are worried about what all Brooke has to say.
0 cents. Well, if that post is what it is, that is his wording. I was never in treatment. Never once was I in treatment. He was in treatment. I wasn't. I was in a behavioral hospital. I never call it treatment because it wasn't for drugs. She's trying to make something out of nothing. Well, also, though,
Oh, was this last night? Ghostface?
To say that the reason I deactivated my channel was because of him. You do realize that he's been on the run for what? Hold on. I think I still have it up. Because I'm like, what is this September or something? So apparently she's putting, but what I do say, Brooke, is what you're doing. And I'm not scared of anything. I'm not scared of one thing. You have a ball. You have a ball and you do whatever you want. But just know, I had nothing to do with that, period, point blank. And as much as you want to try to make it, it's not true. You can do it as much as you want. But at the same time that you're doing this, when you are Googling, when you are going into CCAP, you're not putting my name in, you're putting his name in. And I wonder if his family and friends would like to know that. You know what I mean? I mean, wouldn't they like to know that you are doing all this? As much as they want to believe Invisible Man is GB, it's only a fantasy. Well, people need to move on. It would be different if you brought your past to the present. Yeah, like others. Yeah, it's completely past. But I want proof. Come on, bruh. Come on, Brooke. Show your proof. Show your proof. Show your proof. Show your proof that he was here. Because, oh, wait, hold on a minute.
Brooke, you milked the fuck out of her. Like, listen to this one. Show your proof.
Hold on. Where is he absconding? So he has been, let's see, bond forfeited. Oh, wow. They gave him a bond. Imagine that. They gave him a bond. Wow. Anyway, okay, hold on. So, okay, it started in July of 2024. Initial appearance, 2024 July. Cash bond back then, 300, 2024. Defendant should appear. That's in August. Cash bond posted. Appointment of counsel. Video conferencing. Notice of hearing. Counsel not appointed. Appointment of counsel report. Okay, so since November 11th, 2024. So apparently he has been on the run since November of 2024. So he's been on the run since, hey, Missy, he has been on the run since 2024. Oh, and by the way, I have somebody double checking on this, but I had somebody come to me and say that they think that somebody else is digging into this whole stuff with Brooke and saying Brooke makes sense. Tread lightly. I hope that that was a mistake.
Who's she talking about right there? Hey, Tina Marina, who's she talking about right there? And if this was anybody else, they would all be in on it. That was their point of getting Jenny from the fiery pits of hell. Don't forget they have Jenny Crafts, Japhid. They're all diggers over there.
Anyway. Oh, Brooke always has others do her dirty work. She doesn't do a damn thing. And I guarantee you, AC is all up her butt right now. But you know what's really funny is, Brooke, last time you aligned yourself with those people, remember how it got you in the butt? Who is
But why did she bring AC into it? I do not get why she threw AC into that. There's a reason why she threw AC in it.
for the crime of others? Apparently, I am. Even though we broke up how long ago? He was on the run for 2 years almost, right? In November, it would be 2 years. But because I deactivated my channel and then reactivated at the same time when something happened, there was movement. What?
There was movement. And this is the part I don't get. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is just me. This is the way I think. An ex is an ex. If you were in my past, I don't need to look up your court dates. I don't need to look up and see what days you ran out of prison and what days you got brought back to prison. Jules, you know a little too much for him to have not have been at your place. And if anybody would have came at me with that and was like, "Hey George, I heard you're hiding your ex at your place," I would have said, "Bitch, you crazy," and I would have kept pushing with life. I would not be this triggered, right? Is it just me? Like, you sound crazy.
There was a fun one on Reddit. Hold on a minute. You guys, this is fucking hysterical because I know darn well if Brooke would have paid this much attention to her own family, her mother may not have had a 4-hour conversation with Siwa. And fun fact, you keep talking about my ex-boyfriend. That opens the door. You are opening the door for real life stuff. So your mother and your daughter coming to the internet and what they said is completely on the table. So don't ever get that twisted. No matter what, this is my ex-boyfriend. That's your family that just last year, your mom reached out to Siwa Moon, your arch nemesis. You know what I mean? Your worst of the worst, and had a 4-hour conversation. Told her that your husband's abusive. Told her that you use your daughter to go get drugs for you. Yeah. Did you guys know that? Her own mom. And if you don't want to believe her own mom, who would you believe? Because Brooke, you're open.
Innocent people don't act like this. Like, innocent people don't act like this, Jules. They don't sound like this.
Of these doors. And funny thing is, the doors you're opening aren't leading to anything. The doors I open are. She needs to worry about the receding hairline. Yeah, that too.
Okay, the doors Brooke is opening doesn't lead to anything, but the doors she opens are leading to something. What does that mean? Like what does that mean? So
What was I looking for? Oh, okay, hold on.
See, Heidi, and that's the thing in this community, these people don't get. Like, what somebody says to you and what you do to somebody else, they're not on the same level. Like, like I don't get that. And that's exactly what happened with Lily. She dug all up in through Lily's husband, his family. So, Jules, I don't get why you don't think this wouldn't be the topic of conversation around here. Um, Maybe if you stop doing such nasty stuff to people, people might give you a little bit of grace. And hey,
But yes,
Dragon.
anybody who wants to jump into this with Brooke, yeah. Anyway, Brooke has worse problems, right? Brooke has told multiple people on the internet how abusive her own husband is. Showed pictures of black eyes, saying what court would award a house to it, then turns around and tells people he's not abusive. Her mom tells people he's abusive. Her mom tells people that she gets her daughter to get drugs for her. Her family is in chaos, but
And mind you, she woke up about 9 a.m. for this. So she did this live at like 9 in the morning. Who wakes up that angry?
Focus on one of my ex relationships. That's what it boils down to here. And that's why you look extremely stupid. You are opening yourself. And you guys, I am not making any threats. Lily brought his family to this community and opened the door. There are people that sent his family links and whatnot. There are people in this community that have open ways of communication with his family. So for his family to watch Brooke and hear all of the things that she's saying and doing and putting her big old nose where it doesn't belong, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, that's a reason why her nose is so big. She puts it in everybody's business. So anyhow, so apparently he's been on the run since November of 2024. But I deactivated my channel for a few days and came back on the 23rd. So now that means that what? So Brooke, what I want you to do is I want you to send a FOIA request. I want you to FOIA what his conditions are that because he I mean, what did he just walk into the police station and say hello? Or did he get arrested? I want you to come on now. You're good with the facts and the receipts. Go find this out. And then there must be some record here, right? There must be some record here. Hey, Teddy. But I assure you that little blurb that she posted on her page, that's not written by me. That was not said by me. I never testified at not one of his hearings. And I would love for you to actually, because she keeps saying that I lied, and then she shows these little blurbs. This is so messed up. We all have past. Nobody's perfect. I wish people would grow up and move on. Spend time with those you love. But see, Brooke doesn't want to. Brooke has this big obsession with people on the internet. Remember her obsession with Siwa, and look at how it ended up. She neglected her family so much that her mom had a 4-hour conversation with Siwa.
Hey, Penny.
Facts.
Yeah.
Well, fun fact. I have nothing to hide.
Penny, you jealous.
I made a bad choice.
Penny, you know she gives you a little shout out at the end of this. She drags you in your new relationship. What did you say your name?
I decided to, I fell in love with a drug addict. That was the first mistake, and that'll never happen again. Anything more than.
But to be fair, Jules, you were an addict too when you got with him. You said it before. I mean, you're trying to lie about the times you've done it, but you were an addict too. This is that Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston kind of relationship. We always thought it was Bobby that got Whitney on the shit, but turns out it was Whitney that got Bobby on the shit. So it's very possible, Jules, you could have introduced him to this shit. We don't know. We weren't there. But what I'm saying is, hey, the woman isn't always so innocent. That's all I'm saying.
I want nothing to do with you. I don't even want to talk to anybody who smokes cigarettes. The bar is high. It's so dang weird. We are missing someone. Who are we missing, Steven?
Pain. And at that big grown age of hers, when she met Glenwood, you know red flags then. You know to turn around. You kept going. That makes me believe more. You was on that shit when you met him. And very, very strong possibility you brought that to him. Hey, Dragon, how are you, my dear?
But do you see this? She is obsessed with my ex-boyfriend. She keeps checking. And then also, I saw moderator 148 say, me and Amber did it. Why doesn't she fess up? Because I didn't do anything. I refuse.
And Jules, that is true. I mean, you are actually the one dragging this out more than anybody because just own it and move on. Like every time y'all found something, what little things you found out about me, I was like, yeah, and I owned it and I kept it pushing. You take the power away from people, but not you. And then the thing is, Jules, this is what I don't get about y'all on that other end, Maria, you too. When you tell a lie, you gotta keep remembering the lie. You gotta remember who you told it to, how you told it, and but when you tell the truth, the truth is the same with everybody. I mean, you call me a liar. I lied about my name. You're up here lying about sex trafficking. And fun fact, Secret Treasures is the one, this is where I first saw it at. She's the one who started saying you were sex trafficking kids. Secret Treasures did that.
To something I did not do. Now I kind of understand how Siwa felt, Brooke. Do you realize that you made it your lifelong mission to try to talk about Siwa's shortcomings when actually Siwa's probably doing better than you right now? I bet you anything her family life is better. Because here you are once again obsessing over strangers of the internet so much that you're going to put yourself in bad predicaments. And oh, also, I saw somebody on Reddit say something about me making that I didn't like when KK made the Sharpie thing. So why do I keep talking about felons? When I'm talking about felons, I'm talking about my ex-boyfriend. So I'm not exactly sure how that equates to the KK thing. What I'm talking about is Brooke rattling cages of felons that she doesn't know. You know what I mean? Everybody keeps acting like he's such a bad guy and blah, 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 but yet you're rattling his cage, knowing that his family knows about this. His son was in that chat of Lily's that day. And then his son showed up. Remember when we were on Terry Lynn's channel? Remember that? His son came over there and so did his sister. So you're trying to tell me that his family doesn't know anything about any of this?
I don't know that I believe that. I've never heard that before, that the son was there. Did anybody else hear that one? I think, Jules, you're making that up. I thought Jules said his daughter was in the chat or something. Now it was the son? I don't recall that the son was there. I've never heard the son being there.
And why was somebody, this is my ex-boyfriend. Brooke, keep digging. Go find out. Go find out why he's in jail right now. Go dig all the FOIA requests. In fact, hold on, please. Hold, please. It's so weird that she obsesses over a past boyfriend from you. Well, the reason is because Brooke has nothing else. She's got to hang on to something. Just like she hung on to Siwa for years. And you guys saw how that went, right?
Oh, the son
Oh, and real
was?
quick
Okay.
though,
Hey, cousin
um,
Laura.
I was in constant contact with people during that whole time. I was on my Discord, my new Discord that I made. I was on my new Discord that whole entire time. In fact, I believe people talked to me on the 23rd, the 22nd, the 21st, the 20. You guys talked to me every day in there, didn't you? And that's why he,
That's true, Savage. And the sister said Jules was a crackhead. That's what she said. The sister said it. I didn't say it.
boyfriend. Because people on the internet love to run with conspiracy theories. Prove your conspiracy theory. I really, and fun fact, Brooke, I don't have to answer to anything. You need to worry more about why your mom and your daughter felt the need to come to the internet to get your attention. Can you imagine that? Everybody in their brother, long time our queen, you're bad. You're right. Brooke is addicted to the internet, too much time on her hands, and yes, Siwa was a big victim. Hello, Ricardo. Wait a minute, Ricardo. Why does that name sound familiar? Hey, Coffee, how are you? I can't imagine this. So, should we go after your daughter's father and find out who he is and who any of your high school boyfriends were or anything of such?
She even made members emojis off of Siva's back. We remember, Jules.
Really, really weird. I deactivated my channel because I didn't want to say things that were going to piss more people off than I already did. Fact. Nothing more, nothing less. Look at shout out to Siwa. I'm glad she got away. Yeah, and she's living her best life now. And Siwa, by the way, you ever want to hit my inbox with any old videos of Brooke? I won't tell anybody, I promise. Talk to
But
Daily.
you see how fake she is? You trash Siva hard for talking and having Tony Soflo on her panel, and now you need her again? Like, what?
Good. GB has nothing to do other than them bringing him up. They talk to me every day. Every single day. So just because y'all weren't monitoring my movements doesn't mean that I wasn't moving.
What?
So wait a minute. So okay, so I have an ex-boyfriend that has all kinds of charges. It has nothing to do with me, and that's why I have nothing to do with him. But Brooke needs to do this. Brooke needs this. You know what, Brooke? I would love for you. Why don't you reach out to him in jail? Oh, Terry time. This is an opportunity. Hey, you guys, do you want to see Terry time get a
So
new inmate?
Bad Fish Row says, I have an ex-boyfriend that has all kinds of charges. It has nothing to do with me, and that's why I have nothing to do with him. I don't see why it would differ for Jules. Ridiculous. But Jules still talks to him, and that's the difference. Like, you and your ex probably don't talk, going off just by what you said. But Jules and her ex talk. Remember, there would be times Jules was on a live and Glenwood would call her. So they're still talking. Um, um, yeah, you can't. I mean, that's the difference. Because, like I said, me.
Inmate? Terry, go look up my ex. He could use some commissary, probably. Yeah, I have an ex boyfriend from high school that is homeless, living under a bridge, and on meth. Is that my fault? No. No. It's nuts. This is a person that wants to, you know what it is though, is she's really upset about the fact that her mother did. Her mother came to the internet and had a 4-hour conversation with Siwa Moon and told Siwa Moon some of the most horrible things about Brooke's family life. Stuff that we've all known about her family life. But because she wants to delete, she says she's getting his phone records in jail. Oh, please do. Oh, please do. Because then his family will know all about it. Please do. I want you to, Brooke. Get all of the phone records, every single one of them. Y'all, this is going to be funny as fuck. When this blows up in your face, can you imagine a nurse with all those letters behind her name with a family that wants to invigorate herself
Hey,
with
Stevie.
a felon in his
I'm
life
really
and look into
honored,
his
but I
records? I
trust
love
what
it.
you have said.
I love this for you, Brooke. Please do it.
Hey,
And
JJ, I trust what you said, and fuck anyone that didn't tell me. I said what the fuck I said. Yeah, JJ, and listen, if you think Maria didn't have that, she had it too. And this, I knew this way before. Well, when I found out about it, I was trying to tell you about it, and then I guess that's kind of when shit just kind of went sideways for the group. But I was trying to tell, and uh, I'll tell you in private the ones that I know that had it.
And I guarantee you, I'm not hiding from a motherfucking thing. I am going to sit here and laugh my ass off. Because I still have the family mugshots that John showed. I still have those. I'd be hiding my head in shame if my mom reached out to, yeah, YouTubers, not only YouTubers, but your most hated, your absolute most hated enemy. Can you imagine that? But all the while, Brooke is just fishing and fishing and fishing. Brooke, you keep fishing and you're going to see what you get. You know how they always say, fuck around and find out? Keep fucking around and see when you're going to find out. Because you know what? Evil never prevails. And I will stand by that all day, every day. Amber, she made money off of women. Julie, she made money off of women. I'm not sure, the same person who says she works and has done cases for lawyers. Yeah, I know. Can you imagine wanting to muddy your name up, your good nurse name? Because fun fact, Brooke, you keep pushing around on this and you make accusations on me. I might just have to do something legally, that is. So just
Fair use. And do y'all see why things went where they went with her? You kept threatening me with that stuff, and now you're doing it to somebody else. And Jules, you are the one who's also been running around here saying that um what's her favorite line? It's free public records. Public records. That's what you keep saying. So by your own logic, Jules, and you're not going to get nowhere in court with it because out of your own mouth, you think pulling court documents and all that to harass people with online is public records and freedom of speech. That's not freedom of speech and public records. And you were told that. So
pushing around, Brooke. Make false accusations on me and see what I do. And you know what else is funny? You know how Brooke left.
I will never forgive that of her pathetic ass apology. She demands respect that she affords no one else. I've never done a thing to her and would still tell anyone some BS like that was done to me. Yeah. And how much of it was well, first of all, the apology was bullshit because it just wasn't true. Because she said, I didn't even know I had that. And then she said, oh, I thought that was Roadhog's court documents. Well, you knew you had it if you saw it in there and you thought it was somebody else's. Um, you woulda had to have read it to think that it was somebody else's, or when Geneva sent it to you, she had to tell you, "Hey, this is so and so's." And I actually believe, like, if you listen to John's live, I think she even told John, "Hey, this is so and so's court docs." Blah 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 blah. But JJ, that is very similar to what they did to me in court. Geneva was pulling the court records, and I mean, she was giving them to Jules and everybody else. And if you look at my community tab, you will see Glenwood calling her an escort under oath. Yeah, I, I swear she admitted to that herself. Am
Make
I
fun of
wrong?
people with mental illness and stuff like that. Did you make fun of your family member like that when you found out she had mental illness? I'm just curious. Do you still mock her? Like you mock people on the internet and call them crazy and stuff. Do you do that to your own family member? Is that why is that why she called the police department and said my
Yeah.
mom is threatening to pew pew herself?
And not only that, JJ, they put it on Reddit too. Like, well, they didn't put the court document on Reddit, but there was a post that was talked about, and I believe it was Geneva, and she had said something about the dollar amount. And somebody had said something like, "Well, how would you know?" And then they said, "Oh, we looked it up for s- the state that you lived in." So, I mean, they tell on themselves.
Do you remember that, Brooke?
Who do I make fun of? What
We can play those if you like. We could bring all those back up. How sick is she getting phone records from jail of someone you dated years ago? Yeah, have at it, bruh. Have at it. Because I assure you, you're not going to find anything. But you still live in a household that you hate. You hate the fact that every time you get in a fight with your husband, and this is the truth. This is what she told me. I mean, Brooke wants to, you guys, by the way, Brooke going into all of this stuff, everything is on the table now. Anything that came to the internet, as in her mom and her daughter, is on. It's completely on the table. Just like anybody that has spoken stuff about Jen and her parenting and whatnot, correct? Yeah, House of Horrors. Can you imagine being a child in that house when your mother is breaking windows and screaming and trying to get in? And then the police are called? Can you imagine living in a household like that? Ugh. So I don't care what you do, Brooke. You can do whatever you want. I dated a bad guy for a very short period of time. And for a little bit when he was in jail was holding on to the hope that he was going to be a better person. And that didn't happen, obviously.
Listen, sweetheart, let me tell you a little something. You know, I've been around the block a few times, okay? I've done this. If he's not wearing diapers, girl, you cannot change that man. That man, that is just what he knows. When you have a record like that, there is no changing yourself. You have to do what you got to do to survive because you're not getting a job. You're just not. So he's going to continuously do this when he's out on the street because he's got to survive, Jules. You can't be that dumb. You can't. You're older than I am, and I know this dumb shit.
You
The
see where he is
fuck?
right now. But yeah, beating up a police officer. She will smooth that over and say, oh, she just shoved them. First of all, you don't ever shove a cop. You are supposed to respect the police officer. She has absolutely zero respect. Yeah, and then there's that. And then she'll sit there and say, oh, well, I didn't do anything. Okay, so you laid there and you let somebody else do that to you in front of a bunch of men? That's gross.
Fair use.
You will never, ever find that I was in on any of that with him. Never. You will never find me testifying on a stand. Nope. That little blurb that you put on there that everybody's pulling their eyeballs out of their head, it meant nothing. That, I believe, is him talking about how he wanted to start the nonprofit when he was in the halfway house. And I've told you guys that when he was in the halfway house and he was clean, he was really, he had a whole, he was very religious. He was going to church. He was doing all of that. Bad boys, big no no. Well, I'm telling you, and I've said this before, his worst problem was that he was a drug addict. I honestly think that if he wasn't addicted to drugs, I think his life probably would have been completely different. But ifs, ands, or buts, right? But that's not my problem. And obviously, you know what's really funny? It's not my problem, but Brooke wants to make it her problem. Because you guys, does it really make sense? Why is she consistently knocking on the doors of people that have nothing to do with this community? She did the same thing with Siwa Moon, right? She did the same thing with the DW stuff. She's obsessive. She is very obsessive and she can't stand it. But Brooke, fun fact, how long were you my friend? Did I ever have any conversations with you that ever said I was in on this? I placed ads. I did this. I did that. Never. Never once.
I mean, you did let it slip on Amzies where you was giving the girl alcohol because the John was on his way over, and when the girl chickened out, you got mad, Jules, and you started screaming at the girl. That sounds like pimp behavior to me. I don't know what you thought. Um,
All of you people that were in my IG lives back in the day, did I ever say that I was in on any of that with him? Jane, Cheryl, Brando, I'm trying to think, Nails by Rachel, people from back in the day. No, but fun fact, Brooke, I actually do have a mugshot of your husband, yourself, and your stepdaughter. And there's a couple mugshots of your actual daughter too.
didn't I tell y'all she saves this stuff for when she needs it? So if you guys ever post a picture wherever, she saves it. And if you guys fall out, she brings it up.
Yeah, whole mugshot family. And you're going to tell me that you live in a well-adjusted household? Hmm? There were 6 kids in my family. There was only like one that got in trouble when they were young. You've got just repeat offenders in your household. You know what I mean? Can you imagine going to a hospital and getting care and then all of a sudden seeing that mugshot of her and be like, "Ah, what the hell?" I wouldn't want that touching me. I wouldn't. But yeah, so fun fact, I don't think you should talk about her children, her and her husband, sure, but her children. I will talk about if I won't, I'm not going to sit there and talk about them like that, but I will talk about how they came to the internet and what they said. I absolutely will. Her daughter came to Reddit. Just like people use what Maria's daughter said. Same difference. Whose panel was she on with Amber when they talked about how far? Wait, what? Oh, squirt? I don't know. And that's gross. So you have one time that I joked around because I said Brooke was probably, she was so excited about that squirrel. Oh, I was talking about Brooks. I was talking about Brooks, but that's what I'm saying. Brooks' daughter showed up to Reddit just like Maria's did. So there's no difference. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Or
I don't even think this needs to be a you go, I go situation. Look what she's done to Jen. I mean, she was dragging Jen every single fucking day. Jen never got a break. So I don't think Jules deserves a break. Whatever you got, Brooke, keep on going. Hit the gas.
said it was okay because Siwa's son came here. Same energy. Exact same energy. And I'm sorry, I apologize, Vicky, if that upsets you. But I've had it. I've absolutely had it. I've had it that that other people decide they can make up the rules. and you don't. Your daughter showed up on Reddit and said a lot of stuff. Your mother called Siwa Moon and had a 4-hour conversation. And I have some of that. Yeah. The only thing you guys got was my ex-boyfriend's sister. And guess what? My ex-boyfriend's sister is not happy that she was misled. So keep poking at that. That's what cracks me up. Somebody I
Wait,
know.
she threatened Kira's mom? Did I get that part? Wait, did she say she was gonna shoot her? Is that what I heard? Mm. What up, big bad Berlinetta? Did I? Hmm.
Matt.
I prefer Kira over Jen. I mean, Kira's at least somewhat funny. Jen just manufactures this shit.
Yeah, and her daughter wouldn't be wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for this. But I mean, Brooke wants to bring up legal stuff. I mean, shit. If legal stuff is on limits, if my ex-boyfriend's legal stuff is on the table, well then I guess what's going on in her household should be too. There's plenty of information about Brooke. She needs to sit down. Oh boy, what are you doing? Go away.
But Jules, this goes back to when y'all was pulling all that court stuff on Jen. You thought it was funny. You thought it was so funny. It was just the funniest thing ever. But now that it's coming back on you and the rules are going to apply to you too, you're mad. Literally, you wrote these rules, and I'm not talking about the pimp rules.
I don't know how many more times I need to tell you you're not welcome here.
I'm starting to think that AKA is Geneva because she said there's plenty of information about Brooke. She needs to sit down in the boat. She needs to sit down in the boat. Okay.
But do you see that? It is a long time coming, Adore. Brooke just keeps knocking on people's doors and thinking, bitch, you live in hell. I remember sitting on the phone with you and you crying about how miserable your life is. Don't you dare try to paint it something else. That's the part that kills me. She tries to paint her life as something else. Anybody that was ever good friends with Brooke, you all have gotten that black eye picture and a message saying, oh, what judge would do this? What judge would award a house to somebody who did this? Well, fun fact, unless you ever got him arrested for that, nothing. And you never did because that was you. Allegedly, and in my opinion, those black eyes that you had in that picture was because you could not handle your emotions. You know how people love to say that about other people? Brooke, how do you control your emotions? She was also crying when Siwa hit her channel so many times. Yeah. She is a very, very immature asshole. I agree, Wanda. But it just cracks me up though, because everybody over on Reddit is acting as if I'm being a put. Bitch, I didn't even see what the fuck you wrote until I looked at Reddit this morning. Fact. I don't give you any attention. The fact that you are hanging, you guys, have you seen her community tab? I have definitely become the new Siwa. It is really, really disturbing. So let's see. 12 hours ago, what a pussy ass bitch. Address the proof I posted today. Oh, you can't. Just Jules, you lose again. Where am I losing? Where am I losing?
This isn't.
What am I losing, Brooke? She also called Perry a burnt turtle. She absolutely did. Brooke says lots of things. But what am I losing? And what proof did you post? So anyway, so then it says Rumble now, don't give the B a view because she's very immature. So then 2 days ago, she posted, I guess, preliminary hearing on September 1st. You guys, I couldn't even see it on my computer. That's not my preliminary hearing. It has nothing to do with me. Nothing. Not a one. Then it says, "Oh, Jules, what's with all the threats? What in the world are you so afraid of?" And then it says, "They were, oh, good. I could see this more on here than the computer. They were like, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to set this up?" I was like, because I ran this escort service. Then, Your Honor, what I did, I started calling some of the girls back in 2018 while in treatment. That's him. That's not me.
But I mean, freedom, success, sobriety is linked to your address. Like, I'm not. Like,
That's not me. And why don't you continue that? Because he probably called them because he was starting a nonprofit and wanted them to be a part of something good. No, but apparently, so somehow it coincides. You guys, I was not ghost. There were people that were talking to me daily. You hadn't been talking about her all life.
literally left for 3 days, Jules. 3 days. Four at the most, right? Four at the most. But you watched everything that was going on. You was in the Discord. Just the fact that she's going out. Well, yeah, it said a hell of a lot. And she's defending him. Like, you're defending this man. How do you it's like me defending Jeffrey Epstein. You can't. Like,
Because she Siwa's gone. Siwa is gone and she knows she has nothing. So she saw Caller and all of those people, and she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna jump on this." Because remember when, because Virgie and I used to be good friends, and that is one of the reasons I didn't. Hey, Clark. That's one of the reasons I didn't go after Brooke, is because I respected my friendship. So just like how Brooke says that Kendra should respect her friendship, how is Brooke respecting Virgie's friendship? She never respected Virgie's friendship with me for 1 second.
but
Not 1 second.
what does Virgie have to do with this? This is the exact thing that I was saying last week. Jules, you bring that woman up in this for your own shits and giggles. I don't understand. Like, I don't get why you keep bringing that lady's name up. Um, it is really weird to me. Maybe I don't get it. I don't understand it. But like I said before, I just personally feel like you use that lady.
Fact. Anne is obsessed with him as well. You guys have a ball. You have a ball. In fact, now that you know he's locked up again, go add the app is called Getting Out. Go add that app and see if you can talk to him. Would you be worried, Brooke, if I asked Sherelle about your racist comments about her husband?
Said that. Adore. See, and this is the exact.
Because remember when Brooke started doing the wreaths and stuff, nobody gave a fuck. The only reason anybody listens to Brooke is when she's being horrible.
Uh,
But I assure you, you are so off base. Hey, Tawana, it is
a few times, Heidi. A few times. Here we go. Sister wasn't there. Everyone on the board of directors wasn't. There was only one person that was in Chicago at the time. It was Julie. Now, here is the thing. When I got arrested for this charge, pretty much everyone let the nonprofit go. But remember, I told you that I would call a lot of escorts back. I was like, she was the one person that I called. Damn. I mean, Jules, at this point, like, girl, just give it up. Okay. Oh, I got it. I got it. Tina Marina, thank you. But Jules, at this point, just give it up. Just give it up. Just give it up. and I'm not even going to tell you what you should say or what to say. You need to just honestly speak from your heart. Like, I fucked up. I fucked up big time, and it will never happen again. I was 96 years old. I didn't want to die alone. I met him on Plenty of Fish. I'm in the bushes, but I love me some Jordan Burke. Oh, thanks, Lai. I love you too. Um, but I didn't want to die alone. That's honestly where I felt like life was going. I had a midlife crisis and I accepted something that I normally wouldn't do. Um, but Jules, it's coming out. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But it was okay,
Hysterical, Brooke.
right?
And I
Yeah,
can't wait until you dig yourself into a
yeah.
hole. Yeah. Because that little clip that you just, that little thing, that is him. I didn't speak at his sentencing hearing. So, and it's funny because out of all of the clips, so she has got, I guess she's got this whole, hold on. I guess she's got the sentencing hearing, right? So out of all of that, she takes that little clip of him. What? So anyway, so then also Mod148 says, I don't understand why she can't just own it. Amber and I did and have zero regrets about being honest because I didn't fucking do it. You may have made profit off of selling women. You and Amber both were disgusting, in my opinion. And he was too. Anybody profiting off of somebody else is disgusting. And that's what I call you. And the fact that you and Amber try to justify it because you manipulated those people, I'll never believe anything else. I won't. Not ever. But all I know is eventually Brooke is going to dig herself into a corner because I don't give a fuck. Have you ever heard me? Why own what you didn't do, right? If I did anything, I would be in prison. And then people will say, "Oh, she said stuff to get off." I was never in trouble. Brooke, of all people, knows it from way back when. It all started with a counselor.
Mentally ill people, Heidi. That's her kind. That's who she goes after, is mentally ill people. Remember the guy that lived a couple doors down from Heather Gillespie in that apartment? She was going after him. I'm going to play that clip too before we end.
Nonprofit counselor. Wasting one's time researching parasocial strangers' ex-boyfriends sounds like time well spent and a life of a fulfilled individual. Bing, da da bang, da da boom. It is summertime. Hey,
Well, that was Clark who said that. Who wants to be a woman? Clark wants to be a woman, y'all.
and it is summertime. She's got fractured relationships with her mother and her daughter, which, of course, I don't think if just last year they were coming to the internet, I don't think they're much better now. But you are so obsessed that you would rather put this time into this, which in turn puts the spotlight on you. Because evil never prevails, and you are evil, Brooke. There is not one thing good. What is it exactly you're trying to prove? You guys, what is it that she is trying to accomplish here?
That you were involved, and she did.
What are you trying to accomplish? Are you going to post that part of the sentencing where the judge said he was only going to give him probation, except for the fact that except for the fact that he had.
Well, Heidi, he didn't come out and say it in those words, but he just hates women so much. I mean, he's always attacking women. And I just think it's because he wants to be a woman. So, I mean, really, that's kind of what that is. Okay, let me see. Okay, 90 days. Oh, okay, can you please explain why I'm audible threat nice? Can I answer this question? I don't know that I feel like it was, and I don't speak for Brooke, I'm speaking for myself. I feel like it was said to get back at Maria. And ultimately, I do feel like Carlos, yeah, he did kind of catch some strays on that. But I think it's just because Maria goes so low at everybody else. It was just something to go low at Maria about. I know myself, I've said it. I don't actually mean it when it comes to Carlos, but I mean it in the sense of, okay, Maria, you just said something real ignorant to me, so I'm going to say something real ignorant to you. Um, and when you understand, Maria, then we're going to stop going back and forth like that. You're going to stop saying stupid shit to me. That's how I took it. And I guess you can't answer because they aren't your kids.
Time in jail. Are you going to post that part? I'm curious. Oh, or wait a minute. Is Anne going to do it so she stays safe? Fun fact, Brooke, everything Anne's doing, she's doing it for you. So you're just as responsible. Period. All of your threats, all of your whatever. But all I know is when it comes back to you, I don't want you crying, Brooke. I don't want you crying just one little bit. Not even a little. Jenny, it was a test. I have to wait 24 hours so I can go live on my phone. Oh, so you're good? Yeah, it was Lisa Ann's birthday yesterday. We had a little celebration. And wait a minute, I did say you that I had my subscribers back.
Hey,
It
just
is
me.
up to
Hive Stiller.
we are up to 5,161. I was at 5.2, so I lost about 40 subscribers. I did, and that's an accurate account. But it says here that it says I'm down 41 subscribers, and that's about what it was. So from that little breakup, I lost about 40 something subscribers. And you guys, I'm still good with that. I am still good with it. And I never, ever, ever should have allowed myself to get that aligned with another creator. Because any creator that starts putting that much, especially if your channel is a business,
Hey,
which
Carol.
my business took a huge hit. Huge hit. You got to think about that. Because, hey, Gargamel, this is a channel that I have built up, and I've spent years building this up, and I was effectively handing things over, and that's not going to happen again. And I really, really, really need to start putting not getting all excited like, oh look, everybody's having a great time, and let me just roll with it and forget my feelings. Yeah, that's never going to happen again because we saw how it worked. If they're not true, we don't want them. Yeah, there's that too. I was really shocked at people that didn't wish Lisa Ann a happy birthday yesterday. That was very shocking.
Why? I mean, when you kick somebody out of the hive, Lisa Ann follows suit with you. Does she go and tells that other person that you booted out happy birthday? Same. Like,
but what happens is people sometimes get so wrapped up in the hate, it becomes a thing. And you don't notice it until you take yourself back from it. Because a lot of people have taken themselves back for it and they're like, oh shit. Just know the world is watching.
oh, and FYI, you guys say whatever y'all want about Marie in the chat. There is no low that's too low. After she let that comment go about my dad the other day, you guys say what you want about Maria. Mods, don't block anything. Don't delete anything that's said about Maria.
Is watching, and I really don't want to be around people that say some of the most god awful things. I don't. I know, but I was happy with the people that came in yesterday. Hey, Siriana, the other birthday girl. But yeah, so this morning's live was to address the Brooke shit. I don't know. I mean, if this is having a good time to you, you know what's funny though is she keeps saying, Jules, you are such a liar. I'm going to read the sentencing. Read the sentencing. What is it? And I'm not sure why she didn't just put it out there. Because way back in the day, I have emails of his. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can go find them. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Huh.
Give me a second, JJ. Let me look.
Hold on a second. Where is it? Oh, wait, maybe here. Here it is. There it is. Okay. Never mind. Whatever. Okay. Okay, let's find it. Oh boy. That's not right. Shit. I don't even know how to find. Oh, okay. Never mind. What? Guys, I can't find it. I cannot find it. Shit. Anyway, I have an email from him where he's literally saying that he wanted to do something good. I'm gonna tell you, hey Betty, the nonprofit, there was nothing nefarious about that. Not one fucking thing. The only thing nefarious about it is what you guys do. All of you guys are so into making some kind of weird conspiracy theory. It's really weird. It is really weird. I mean, it's just like, hey, Vix, it's just like the people that are trying to do the stuff that's being done to Jen. Wait until the telephone call for Siwa and Brooks' mom drops. It's fucking hysterical. Well, half of it did. Half of it did, not all of it. I can't take this. Hey, Ms. Ree, how are you? I hate this. I really hate this. I've never once stopped. I don't know. Hey, Precious Rose. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna skip over it. Anyway, y'all, was it Brooke's mom who called Siwa? Yes. And was on the phone with her for 4 hours. 4-hour phone call. Nobody in my family is calling you and gonna talk to you for 4 hours. But that is what her family feels they need to do to get through to her. That is what is disturbing. How everybody can sit there and talk about Jen and Jen neglecting her family. What? Hold on a second. Trying to find it. Because I swear yeah, see, I have this. Hold on a minute. Because you know how Brooke is having a ball playing all of these things? Fun fact, there is just as much about Brooke out there as well. It's just that other people aren't as low as her. You know what I mean? When it comes to a bottom feeder, you don't get more bottom feeding than Brooke.
Jules, anyway. Did you hear you're live?
Number 1 worst snacks for your
Hold
waistline.
on, it's
Olives has its anything. I blocked her when she tried to send me another message to say thank you for the cash app, which I felt awful doing because I didn't want her to think she did something that I was like that I was mad at her or like she did something wrong. I didn't want her to think that, but I didn't have a choice. That's not something I was willing to entertain. And also, there was no talk of doing an interview on my channel with anybody. None. So that's a lie. But anyways, let's look at Momo's comment. Just one of the many comments. So here's the message from my sister. Let's do that. She does do that. While screaming that people are messing with her job. I have never contacted her job and involved with anybody doing it, told anybody to do that, got the information for anybody to do that. I never fucking did that. And that's when she tried to get that RO against me, which she got denied right away.
Oh, that was against Maria. Where is it against?
All the blame for her husband. And try to paint him as this great guy that he...
So here's one of the posts. It says, OMG, she used to let me drive her car all the time. And that is the truth. And we got into it about something right after she said I couldn't drive her car to Sonic. Then she slapped me in the face and threw her key fob across the kitchen. It didn't hit anyone or anything. It didn't break. And she called the cops to have them, took me to jail.
He went to go move her stuff. And these are things she said on her live. I don't even think she had said. He went to go get her stuff to move her from college. She told us how she's doing all these, she got a full paid scholarship to college and she's doing so great or like all these great things, but then admitted on her live her child never started college, which is nobody.
Yeah, there's that. There's that. There is that. You know what's really funny is Brooke wants other people, when are you going to be accountable? So Brooke, when are you going to come forward and say, did your husband give you the black eyes? Did you give them to yourself? Which one is it? So we know if this was a DV incident or you being a temper tantrum. You know what I mean? We need to know. So there's that. I find that more imperative because that's about you, not about your ex.
Nobody's fucking business. Why did you tell everybody that? Why did you tell?
So Free Ten Head says, let's be real. If your son went live saying he hadn't ate, you would be dragged from here to Kingdom Come. Of course, because remember what happened for the potato.
Everybody that. But saying that it went great between them when he went and moved them, and she begged again to come home, and the husband said, it's not me that doesn't want you home, it's your mother, she just put her foot down, I would let you come home if I could. But in the text messages, which I'll be showing in a minute too, the text messages, you're saying Jason doesn't want you here. Sorry,
hey,
your
Val.
husband doesn't want you here.
Can you imagine that? Fast forward, this is just a little bit of it.
Until recently, just so you know that too. I never even looked. I dangle money. I'm pretty sure if you do a video, you had this money. There were still some other comments or whatever, or posts being made. Someone posted this. Ultimatums to delete post comments and accounts or else I'm complying so that the daughter, her phone doesn't get shut off.
Yeah. Brooke told the daughter she had to delete all of her Reddit posts. Otherwise she was going to take away her phone. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine doing that? But yet you want to talk about Glenwood. Have a ball. Have
Jules,
a fucking ball.
How many times do you remind me? Hold on. You remind me all the time, Jules, I'm not a parent. Well, neither are you. Fun fact. Fun fact.
Where is Free Ten Head? I am not sure.
You're talking towards Geneva. Anne's wrench is going too.
Let me pull this up for y'all.
So somebody in the chat says yesterday her being in those chats going after you shows she's still more obsessed with you than working on things in her home life. Her daughter is with her previous. And then she's got a stepdaughter too. But her husband, she tells everybody, he doesn't like her daughter. Allegedly.
Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find the videos. See what at her house? Comments like that were always said in her chat. The reason people care is when you are mean. And guess what? Hate breeds hate.
Is that me?
And it breeded on me.
It's not my fault that I think it's like a barely footed shoes and fit me.
Oh, yeah, talking about my feet again. Like the petty shit like that.
I don't know. Brooks knows step back. But anyway, so there is a lot In fact, I really wish I had Siwa's little treasure troves of
Hey,
Brooks things,
Sudie.
and then I could play every single one and pick them apart. I have no clue what happened to you, Wish. I have no clue. People come and they go.
You wish is Geneva. We said it before. Listen to her.
I don't know. That's the best I can think. Oh, she's told her daughter some. Hey, KLP, she's told her daughter some of the worst stuff. Some of the worst of the worst. And how do I know that? Because I've been on the phone with her when she's done it. And it's funny because she forgets this. She completely forgets the things that she says. I don't know if it's when she drinks or what, but she forgets a lot. But go ahead, Brooke. Keep going. Keep going. That really cracks me up, though, with that sentencing thing. I want to hear in the sentencing report where they attach me to it. And if they do, I'll definitely be making some type of a call because that's not true. You cannot convict me on something that I was never even tried with. Did Brooke say something about a pew pew to her daughter? Yeah, she was threatening to pew pew herself. That's what she was using, that manipulation tactic on the daughter. And I know.
And CC Truck, nobody asked you to come on in here. You came in here in your free will descent for the B, who's spiraling hardcore. You can bounce right on out with him if you'd like.
It's true, because she used that same tactic with me. When I got upset with her that time over her being on John's panel with Heidi and all that kind of stuff, I wouldn't answer her phone call until
Jeff.
she was flipping out. Then she started calling me from different numbers saying, "This is Brooke, please answer, don't block me." But yet I'm the obsessed one. You can paint it however you want, Brooke. If it makes you feel better at the end of the day, I don't know. Is you digging into my ex-boyfriend, is that making you feel better? I'm curious if it's made you feel better so far. What you've done so far, has it made you feel good? Is it giving you that warm fuzzy inside? Are you feeling good about yourself? Has it repaired any of the relationships with your family members? Inquiring Minds wants to know. That would be me. Has it helped? Are your relationships better? I don't think so. I don't. I think, though, if she feels that if she can shine enough light on other people's stuff and try to paint them as bad.
Pink Butterfly, that's exactly what they do. They come up in here trying to change the narrative and all that. They don't like us, but yet here they are in all their glory. Jules is a sex trafficker. She was in the document, CC Trucker. I don't really I don't know what you thought you were doing there, but
somehow makes her feel like a better person. I don't know. That's why I think that sometimes I think that therapy would be very beneficial to her. I really and truly think it would be. But you literally ripped apart the friendship that kept me from going at you.
You did that on your own.
I respected that friendship.
No, you didn't.
And I still respect that person, but it was my mistake in letting that control this, I guess. Especially when y'all look at her community tab. Hold on a minute. And the funny thing is when I tell you that I didn't look, I haven't looked. So, okay, 13 hours ago, 15 hours ago, 2 days ago, even though it's been a busy week on my downtime, I've been going through my Jules private IG lives and mapping out timestamps. Here is one of my Are you fucking kidding me? You guys, it says, even though it's been a busy week, on my downtime, I've been going through my Jules private IG lives and mapping out timestamps. Here is one of my notes I made. And no, I'm not kidding. 13 minutes grifting for air fryer. 22 minutes-ish. She says she's making out with her cat. 45 minutes talking about Zeus's niece. She blames housewives. 53 being the problem. 53 casually grifts for a desk. which the Hive bought her. And talks about gifts the Hive has been buying. 105, talking about not making money being on Terry Lynn's channel and talking about the breakup with Amanda and Terry Lynn. 128, outs Terry Lynn's sock account and threatens to send nudes of someone. I'm not threatening to send anything of anybody.
Yeah, you did.
You guys, she is spending her downtime mapping out and taking notes of my old streams. Who is the deranged weirdo? Then, okay, 3 days ago, hey guys, happy Friday. It's been a busy week for me, which unfortunately bled through my entire Saturday. But Glenwood Brown's sentencing hearing transcripts will be read hopefully by Sunday. You'll see what a big fat liar, Jules, and I can't wait to show you. Big mistake today, Julianne. Big mistake. Ooh wee, you're a fucking liar. See you in a couple days. I'm not a fucking liar.
You are.
Period.
You are.
Tread lightly on this one, Brooke, though. Oh, look at 4 days ago. OMG, look at Jules stomping out of chat. I didn't stomp out of chat. I left the chat so I can go fix my fucking avatar. That was why Maria couldn't see me.
No.
So anyway, unpopular opinion, Jules. I'm so glad you're back 4 days ago.
She saw.
Oh my gosh.
She saw AC and bounced. That's what happened.
So now, okay, don't give the B of you. The live I was playing at the very end, its completion is very eye-opening as to what's going on in present day. Live on Rumble, Jules. Live, throwing a tantrum B. What is wrong with you? I know if she spent this much money or this much time on her family, she wouldn't have those problems. Bitch, you're taking notes over old lives. Nobody gives a fuck. She was on probation for putting her hands on a police officer. And fun fact, she never told her nursing board, and she knew that that was a bad thing. She knew that she was supposed to have done that. And when people on the internet are the ones that let her nursing board know. And her nursing board literally told her, yeah, we're not going to take your license because of this, but why are you doing stuff that is making people call? Brooke, you said that. She said that to you. That's what you told me. Unless you lied to me. I don't know. Y'all, on her downtime, she's taking notes of my old IG lives. How desperate and sad is your life? It's summertime. It is summertime. This is the time you're supposed to be out having a good time. You are looking into somebody you call a $2 mattress? What? How does that make any sense? But this is also why she likes to have Anne do her dirty work. Anne does everybody's dirty work. Because over there, nobody can touch her. And honestly, other than Dreamsicle, nobody does want to touch her. I mean, honestly, that's why the husband's gone. Oh, and then also, hold on, because Reddit is the reason I even knew about this stuff to begin with. Let's see. The B is too much of a pussy ass bitch to address Brooke in GW's recent arrest. Looks like he chose jail over Jules once again. What?
Well, la-di-da, she admitted it without admitting it in this live when she said, I have, how do you call those? How does she say it? When you go to the police station and they take your picture when they arrest you, how did she say that? What is that? Well, she said, I have that on the whole family. It's like, why do you have it? And why did you save it? Those are files.
She's been on the run for almost 2 years. I mean, y'all, I guess he was going to get caught eventually. I would love to know what the circumstances were of that. Brooke, do you have the FOIA in on that? Do you have the FOIA in to find out? Because I am dying to know. Jules, stop. This is really bad. Can you address the sentencing documents? What sentencing documents? Y'all, the only thing that was posted is what I'm seeing, correct? I'm so embarrassed right now. I believe that this consistent quiet, I think this is Brooke's new thing. They're saying Mystery Man was GW. Well, it's Imaginary Man, and he would beg to differ.
I said that a long time ago, and Jules, you wasn't that outraged before. Do y'all remember when I used to say that? She was not outraged, but now all of a sudden it's mug shots. That's what it is. Now all of a sudden you're outraged by it? Like, that makes no sense.
Being the truth is so bad for you. You better save yourself and your channel fast. Hey, Steven, what? Jules, stop. This is really bad. Can you address where are these sentencing documents? I mean, you'd think that Brooke would have dropped the humdinger. Brooke, when are you going to address the fact that your mom told the internet that you get your daughter to buy you drugs?
Oh my God.
Has she ever addressed that? Yeah, I've never been convicted of a fucking thing, and I've never been arrested for anything other than a weed possession. Period. Yes, Jules. Why aren't you addressed the sentencing documents you're named in? Where am I named? Hello, yesterday. Where am I named in those documents? It says, where was she talked about? I missed it. It says 90 days on Blast Live today. Brooke came with receipts of GW's recent arrest. Also, Jules was named in his last sentencing. She was 100% involved in his trafficking. And that is a lie because I 100% was not. In fact, fun fact, they consider me a victim. Let's see, holding on to old shit and not being able to move forward makes them so constipated and boring. I don't know what that has to do anything, but you guys, where was, because I assure you, I don't listen to 1 second of Brooke. Where is this proof? Because wouldn't she have posted that? Where was my name mentioned? Where was my name mentioned? I'm curious. Where was my name mentioned that says I'm 100% involved in this? Somebody? I'm waiting. This is definitely a case of like bored housewife syndrome. The fact that Brooke is so bored, I cleaned my closet yesterday, didn't care a thing about this other than I put Jen on and listened to it as radio for a little bit of it. That's it, that's all. I put more effort into my emojis that I finished yesterday than this. She took notes about an air fryer. And it absolutely was Housewives. If Housewives didn't say what she said that day, when Zeus's niece was up there, I wouldn't have used it, period, point blank. Why don't you address the burnt turtle comment that you made about Perry, Brooke? I also have a clip of you saying that the prisoners that you take care of, they're good because they know better. Oh, thank you. Let's see. What am I looking for now? Oh, we're going back to Reddit because there was more. Jules is doing a sucky job pretending to be Rochelle instead of addressing the...
What did I say? Don't they always use black people when it fits their narrative? You wanted to use black people to get back at Brooke. But, Jules, I've been telling you for the last year, I find it racist that you keep calling me dangerous and you keep doing it. So you need to address yours, address Maria's racism, address all of it. It's not pick and choose.
In the room named Glenwood.
Hey, Nanny.
Fun fact, never listen. Yeah, or the calling ICE. But what documents? What documents? And what did they say? Where did the documents say Jules was involved? I want to know.
Because
Jules chat while she's...
somebody tipped off the police.
She never addressed Brooke. If she's no longer friends with Virgie, why is she still not responding? Well, fun fact, didn't even know it was happening. She's afraid of Brooke and afraid of the truth. I'm not afraid of shit. And this is no one's afraid of that drunk. Just because I'm not a fan of Jules doesn't mean I'll watch that boring bitch. I'd rather watch Paint Dry or Sophie. The elephant in the room is actually the $2 mattress, they say. You're obsessed. Okay, some comment deleted by user. Actually, you're the one that needs to get a life. You post about one person constantly. Your obsession is creepy. Oh, and they deleted those ones. Nobody is stalking you. Stop it. If anyone is a stalker, sir, it would be you. William?
Okay, Coffee Loves My Company said, how sad. An air fryer. She should address the ice. She should address using ice on someone born in the USA. Well, Coffee Loves My Company, let me call out your hypocrisy for a minute. When Jules was saying that about Tony SoFlo, you sat quiet in that chat. You didn't say a word then. When Jules was happy and giddy and bragging and saying she was going to look up to see if Tony SoFlo was in that ICE detention center, you sat quiet. So you see what I'm saying over there? The hypocrisy. It beats them in the face every single time over there.
Jules never follows through on her threats to the hive. She's a broke pussy ass bitch. Well, I am broke this month. At least I think she did. I
Grift.
don't really watch her. But I know, well, I mean, where is the actual proof that I am there? Where? There is none because it never happened. I know damn well how sad an air fryer she should
Mhm.
address using ice on someone born in the US. Yeah. But or that Covina is not real, or burnt turtles, or going to get Gatorade while you're drunk.
Girl.
Should we continue?
Sex trafficking.
Getting your daughter to get drugs for you.
Sex
Said your mom.
trafficking.
But anyway, I did address that, and I said that I was emotional when I saw it, and I got upset, and I took it down. So, okay, this is the one. GW back in, this is 21 hours ago. Wow, you guys have been up. You know what's really funny is nobody came to this. Nobody from my side came to me with any of this whatsoever. I didn't see any of this till today. GW back in custody, be back on YouTube. Interesting timing. In my opinion, the timing is way too coincidental.
That's
to
a
ignore.
lie because Jules, you woke up, you did this live early. You woke up triggered to this. You knew what you was going to say. You planned what you were going to say. So you knew about this the night before. You knew about this when it happened. You can't lie and say you didn't. That's why you're coming back with all these lame ass arguments.
The Bee suddenly unhid her channel. It went live on June 23rd, the day after GW was reportedly taken back into custody. Maybe it's nothing. I assure you it's nothing. And this is funny. And I love watching you guys twist this into something. But I can't help it. Maybe wonder if there's more to the story. My personal theory is that GW may have been the mysterious, invisible boyfriend and that he was staying with her while he was on the run. You guys, I live in a shoebox. Again, that's just my opinion and speculation.
And he lives in a cell. So your shoebox is going to seem like a mansion compared to where he's at now. So, and you love him. So, hey.
The timing and circumstances. If that's what happened, I could see things going south after the constant drama and nagging she's known for. What? So wait a minute. So he was here for 2 years and then now all of a sudden it was too much? Is that what you're saying? Hold on. Stupid notifications. If that's what, let's see. Based on timing and circumstances, if that's what happened, I could see things going south after the constant drama and nagging she's known for, leading him to leave. Then if she tipped authorities off after things, oh, this is fun. This is so fun. Then if she tipped authorities off after things went bad, that would certainly fit a pattern that some people believe they've seen before. We're having D call a wellness talk on JY and make it sound horrible. Yeah, there's that too. Okay, hold on. What I find most frustrating is how she can pop back onto YouTube the very next day and act like nothing happened. Fun fact, didn't know any of it happened. How am I supposed to act like it happened? Hold on. Whether my theory is right or wrong, and you know what's a fun fact, guys? I signed up for Vine for him. I didn't get a notification. I did not get a notification from Vine. And I definitely had it set. Let's see. Of YouTube the next day and act like nothing.
Why? Why do you need to sign up for Vine for your ex-boyfriend? Does that make any sense? Why? I only signed up for one person, and it's not even Vine, it's Visor, and that's Geneva.
My theory is right or wrong. The timing raises questions, and people are going to talk about it. In my opinion, there are still a lot of things that deserve answers and accountability. What? Where in the world do you need accountability? Of when I deactivated my channel? Please go FOIA. Please go FOIA his shit. Let's see. And then somebody says GW is locked up again, and they said Brooke said on her live he's been captured and back in custody. Okay, Brooke did a live today and showed GW has been back in custody as of 6/22. The Bee unhid her channel and went live again after her crybaby attempt to gain support on the 23rd. I literally had told JFid, I was double checking with JFid on Lisa Ann's birthday because I was definitely going to go live again for her birthday. And I don't remember why I decided to do it that day. But y'all, I was still talking to the people close to me. You guys are fucking crazy. I thought he hated you because you were a CI, but he lived with you for 2 years on the run, but you were the CI. Well, yeah. Well, not a traditional CI. How do you quit and then come back like
That part. What is a traditional CI versus a non-traditional CI? Can somebody explain that? She was not a traditional CI.
and that's how you lose people. I told you guys exactly why I unhid. Let's see. She only had 200 subscribers also at this point. I know I had to resubscribe when she came back. I bet so many are not going to sub to her now, and probably half were troll accounts to begin with. Well, fun fact, go look at my sub count today. We're back and we're in business. Glenwood stopped at Jules' place because he needed a place to pee. Oh, isn't that funny? I think the nurse posted something. It was cryptic. Like, if you know, it looks like court may be in September. Yeah, apparently he's got September 1st. Let's see. It was just exposed on her recent live, and somehow Jules was implying he knows now she's covering him. No, what? Oh my gosh. I said because the family was brought to the internet, you freaks. And I personally know that people were sending videos and whatnot to his family. Let's see. Whitney says, I thought Jules said that was her ex and she has nothing to do with him anymore. Thank you, Whitney. And then somebody else says she doesn't. And then Necessary Bug says September 1st. Could that be the reason she got so upset when Gidler threatened she was calling the cops on the bee? First of all, I wasn't afraid of cops with Jen. I didn't want to end up in this stupid fucking court shit like I had with George. That was my issue. And I wanted to distance myself from what was going on because she was blaming me for it as if I'm the one that did it. Let's see, used KK as the excuse, but the truth was she was scared to get caught harboring a fugitive. Are you fucking kidding me? Y'all, I had police at my door. Pizzas. When George sent the police, wasn't that while he was on the run, right? That was a year ago.
But you had
It's
cameras.
back now. Everybody should be back now. I'm back up to 5,000. I do believe Glenwood was the IBF, irritable bowel friend.
But it's not like they came to your house with a search warrant, Jules, to look into your house for him. And you probably knew that. That's why you had cameras all around your house. You didn't have all those cameras around your house because of internet people. That doesn't make sense.
Someone said they heard his voice in one of her IG lives. If true, she was harboring a fugitive. What IG lives? You guys, when's the last time there's been an IG live? Somebody? When was the last time there was an IG live? And then they're saying, no question about it. You guys are nuts. The stuff Brooke posted said he was in Wisconsin. And then it says something. He was staying with the bee and if he was staying with the bee and picked up in Illinois, wouldn't it say he was in Illinois jail waiting to be extradited? Abso-fucking-lutely. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Because that happened to him I know. IG lives have been gone forever. Hold on a minute. Do I still have this open? Okay, hold on. Because, fun fact, he was extradited to Illinois. Hold on. Boop, ba-da-doop, ba-da-doop, boom, boom. Look at this. This is what it would have showed if he was in Illinois. Dummies.
I would like y'all to notice they got that dummies for me, you dummies. You got that for me, okay? Now, please give me some credit when you say it. I should copyright that shit. You dummy.
Do you see that? Extradition hearing. Look at complaint filed. Fugitive complaint from the village of Addison, DuPage County. Initial appearance. Extradition. That's what would have happened. It really, I know. And the IG lives have been gone for, hey, Viva, how are you? The IG lives have been gone forever. So I'm not even sure. Those have probably been gone longer than he's even been out. What? You guys are crazy. I live in a shoebox. The conspiracy theories are nuts. Anyway, hold on. Let's see if there's more. Oh, yay. Ooh, 11:30. I'm going to have to end this soon. Let's see. What I find suspicious is that you know that GW is back in custody. Some people out here. Well, apparently Brooke is taking notes. She's not worried about her own family. She's more worried about this. Just like she was more worried about Siwa instead of her own family. And that's why her family reached out to Siwa. Fact. I've been here 3 years. The only time Jules ever talks about GW is when Brooke and others bring her up. I know. Let's see. Brooke said it on her live, and she's a model citizen. Let's see. The Bee threatened Brooke. No, I didn't. I was merely, hey, Lisa Marie, I was merely stating facts. You're fucking around with felons. And I wasn't talking about KK. I was talking about Glenwood. He's a felon, right? You're fucking around with felons. The Bee threatened Brooke that she would tell Glenwood. I didn't say anything. I said maybe somebody needs to tell his family. I have no clue how to even contact him. Well, now I do through the Getting Out app, I guess. But I'm not going to. For sure, she was harboring Glenwood. In my opinion, she went offline to avoid anyone hearing him cough, talk, hear a door close, or water running while she was live. So wait, so he was only here for that last amount of time? Is that it? I guess Brooke looked up if he was still in jail and found out he was on the lam or escaped or whatever. I haven't kept up, but I guess the law caught him now. I mean, can the Bee just be any dumber? You're calling me dumb? Let's see, can the Bee be any dumber? I can't help but laugh because her critical thinking is not on point. She can be in heaven. She had to be in heaven that her love muffin came back to her until she realized she can't go live or make any money while he was there. Oh, so they're just trying to say that he just showed up. Well, Lisa Marie, I'm hoping Terry Time looks him up. Maybe he could be her new cause. Let's see. She had to be in heaven that her love muffin came back to her until she realized she can't go live or make money while he's there. She probably turned him in again. Let's see. The kicker, they gave him $500 bail, right? Right, Necessary Bug? What's up with that? He skipped out on $300. I think we know why Lita gets away with so much. This is OMG. I'm cracking up. They would give him bail. Yeah, but fun fact, I doubt that's probably just for the one. But he was absconding, right? So I don't know. Let's see. You sure about that? Let's see. Lita, is she going back to court anytime soon? She had court, blah, 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 blah. So Necessary Bug is very up to date on everybody's court dates. Yeah, to go after my ex-boyfriend. And I can guarantee you, no matter what you do, you're never going to connect me to this. I never had anything to do with his bullshit. Never once. Never turned him in to save myself. Never fucking once. Period. Let's see. He probably came to her for a booty call. Who else is she getting? Well, imaginary man would beg to differ. He probably tolerated sleeping with her for a place to hide from a police. So wait a minute though, well, no, apparently, Lisa Marie, they're trying to say that I was harboring him. And that is why I deactivated my channel. But yet he wasn't, oh, hold on a minute. Let's look at the roster. Hold on. Let's see if the daily police log in my area covers those days. And we can see if any nefarious. Oh shit. No, it only goes to the 20th. So in a couple days, we'll look. If you were harboring him, you'd be in jail as well. There we go. So there's that. There's that. So exactly. Thank you. And yet here I sit free. It's nuts. But Brooke really likes to skim over the fact that her daughter decided to take to the internet and tell everybody what a horrible mom she is. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to ignore that, but we're going to go off of this. But you guys, I am a little looking forward to Terry Time maybe being his new pen pal. Wouldn't that be the funniest fucking thing ever? Wouldn't it be funny? Summer Days gets a penalty flag for trying to use logic. Foul. Yo, wouldn't it be funny as fuck if Terry Time started, he was a pen pal?
I see you,
and
baby.
And you can hear it straight from the horse's mouth. But I assure you that his family was not pleased with being used. That I do know. That I absolutely do know. And that is why I said, y'all brought his family to the internet. You gave him a map here, even his son. And I just said, I hope they're still watching. And if they are, would you really want felons? Because what you're doing is on a public platform. You're not doing anything privately. You're doing everything publicly. And you're posting about his court dates. You're posting about him all over the place, trying to somehow attach me to him. But I really want to know how she says that I'm lying and that I was part of this. Because that little blurb that you posted means shit. I had nothing to do with this. Absolutely nothing. They have me listed as a victim. They kept trying to bring, hey, Stacey, how are you? They kept trying to tell me that he was grooming me and that he was going to make me do this and he was going to make me do that and blah, 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 blah. There was a lot of shit. Well, but Brooke needs something because Siwa is gone. Siwa is gone and Brooke has nothing else. Brooke has absolutely nothing else. She doesn't. She tried. She tried doing the wreaths. She tried doing some other things, but nobody cares. Why don't you try making yourself a new intro or something? Instead of going and taking notes.
Have you noticed how Jules always goes back to the internet? Why don't you go make yourself an intro? Why don't you go make yourself member emojis? Jules, why don't you go outside and live life? Like, why does everything revolve around the internet for you?
My old IG lives, which I could privacy strike you on those if I want. You guys, is she playing my old IG lives? I could have fun with those. I could play with her. Because, Brooke, you're annoying. You already ruined a friendship. You put so much stress on that friendship that it cracked, and I will take responsibility for it. I let it crack. That's my fault. But I wasn't going to deal with it anymore because it really pained me. Because I knew, like the stuff that I mentioned in a live today, I knew darn well that Virgie would have been so disappointed in me for saying that. And I couldn't. And see, look at it. It's getting me upset right now. I didn't want to bear that. And
Jules, you had already said that you was broke this month. So you keep mentioning Virgie and the fact that you're broke this month. This is a grift. Like, again, you don't care about that lady. You got that YouTube check a couple days ago, and it wasn't very paying, I guess to say, and now you want Virgie back?
knew that. She knew that the only things on her were the fact that her mother and her daughter came to the internet. My ex never came to the internet. Can you imagine finding out the internet has been talking about you for 5 years over an ex? I know. Obsessive compulsive. Just like how obsessive compulsive she was to throw herself into the DW case. That was obsessive and it was ridiculous. And you kept that all going far longer than it needed to be because you need to fix things other places because your own life is so fucked up. That's how I feel. And that is why personally I do feel that you need therapy. She should focus on her hair extension. She looks like she is the Temu version. Look at Sophie, how beautiful she is. That's why Brooke hated Siwet. Well, there's that. There was some jealousy there.
Coffee loves my company. Coffee, you're a nasty one. Well, Brooke should focus on her hair extension. She looks like she has the Temu version. Look at Sophie and how beautiful hers is. But Coffee, when Jules and Sophie fell out a year ago, you was trashing Sophie. And now that Sophie went back over there, now all of a sudden you're putting Sophie on a pedestal. Like, again, the hypocrisy. Like, y'all are so two-faced over there.
And I think there's jealousy over me too, and it's jealousy over numbers. I guarantee you Brooke is pissed that I hit 5K before her.
Girl, Brooke is jealous over numbers. Okay. Okay.
Back at 5K again. I really don't want to start putting out old shit. Like, even though the stuff with Sip and Key yesterday was a little funny and stuff, but I really don't. The people that want to live in the past, that's why your lives are stuck the way they are. Is because you are stuck in this cycle of the past that you cannot let it go and you can't go on into the future. But the fan fiction about you has me tickled to death. I know. Anne was warning you about officials. Subpoena GW's electronics. Wait, what are you talking about? You hit 5K and all Brooke could hit what? Ooh, Gargamel, I love you. So wait, Anne was warning you about officials subpoena GW's electronics. What? It's them who's been digging and reporting on him. Wait, I'm confused. What does that even mean? What does that mean? I'm not worried about it. I don't give a fuck. Subpoena away. I don't give a fuck. But what? Yeah. But what does that even mean though? Yeah, Anne is a picture of a happy person in a relationship.
Yeah, Forever Young, you thought you were smart on this one. Anne was warning you about official subpoena GW. I think you meant getting a warrant for his devices. I don't think you meant subpoena.
Right? She is a happy person that has not a care in the world. What it is though is she's still trying to prove her love to Brooke. She said something recently. She said something about them recently in a report wanting or getting his communications. She's insinuating you were communicating while he was on the lam. Well, have a ball with that. Have a ball with that, Anne. Because if that were
Forever Young again. That was said by Anne because the last time when he got arrested, they went through his social media before because he was bragging about it. So again, you guys got to know what you're talking about before you get on here and just start shooting out some shit.
Am I in trouble? This is weird. I wonder, oh my gosh, hold on a minute. Do I still have this open? Let's see. I think first thing I thought was Jules isn't the one putting all his info out and streams on it. Yeah, no, I think this is what they're talking about. It says here, it says July 9th, 2025, affidavit in support of warrant for records. And then it says property to be searched, particular things to be seized, a search warrant, and it says warrant for content of communications or other records. Let's see, July 9th, findings and orders, a warrant for records or what the fuck is that?
Oh, wait a minute, Jules. How did you get the documents? Like, so you had them already.
Oh, hey. I'm gonna have to go soon. I think. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I don't know if you're reading that right, because if this is what you're thinking, I mean, I don't know, but let's see, but they have been the ones who consistently, I know, and that it's all going to go back to them is what's going to happen. They are all in somebody else's Kool-Aid that they have no business being in. Because I assure you, when you're looking all this up, you're not looking up my name, you're looking up his name every single time. Anyway, it says request for warrant for communications or other information held by a provider of electronic communication services. Oh, I bet you they were probably trying to get into his Facebook and shit like they did before. That was probably trying to get into his Facebook. And then there was nothing. It says request for warrant for communications. Hold on a minute. Let me put this in ChatGPT and see what it says. Hold on. Hold please. Let's see what good old ChatGPT says about that. I just said, what does this mean? The docket entry is pretty significant. It means prosecutors or law enforcement asked the judge for permission to obtain electronic records from a technology company, and the judge had to determine there was probable cause report. So yeah, that's like Facebook. That's like social media and stuff. Well, oh no, hold on. Let's see. This is the court's filing, whatever. Investigators applied to a judge for a search warrant for communications or other information held by whatever. This means the warrant was directed at a company that stores electronic data, such as Google, Apple, Meta, Snapchat, Microsoft, Discord, cell phone providers. The Wisconsin law specifically authorizes judge to issue warrants requiring providers to produce electronic information when there is probable cause. So what does this mean? Does this mean they searched a person's phone, not by itself? This type of warrant is generally for records held by the provider, not the physical device. So it says Gmail emails stored on servers, Facebook Messenger chats, Snapchat account records, iCloud backups, and cell phone subscribers. So that's what that was. Whatever. You guys can keep connecting dots. I assure you, they're not attaching to me. The only thing that you're probably going to do is probably open some doors you probably don't want to open. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking Terry Time should be his new whatever. It's all a reach. Keep on. A lot of them need some stretching. Yeah, Brooke is the one thing that's not a stretch is the fact that Brooke was on probation for assaulting a police officer. That's not a stretch. Jules, you own a phone service. Is it cheaper? I don't know, but they're skip tracing him. Wait, what does that mean? What is skip tracing him? And that was in July of 2025, though. So that was a year ago. So they must not have done a very good job. I'm really curious how this points back to me. Where in the world does this point back to me? That's the funny part. Like so he's been on the run since November of 2024, right? Yeah, 2024 it said, right? It's 2024. But I just deactivated my YouTube channel. Huh? I assaulted a police. Did you really? They were trying to get his location. Well, obviously it didn't work. Well, his family knew that he had a fan club because not only did Lily reach out, but there were people that were emailing his family links. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so his family is well aware of this community. Whether they're still watching it, I have no clue. I said the other day, way back when, not long after the whole interview, I knew that they were still watching. But I have absolutely no clue. I've had no context, so I have absolutely no clue if they are or not. But I do know that there are people that meddle in this community that have reached out to them. The same people that love keeping things going. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not exactly sure why you are attaching your boat to this. Because where in the world have you seen? Because you guys, everybody who has talked to me, because at the very beginning, remember, I used to be more forthcoming about stuff, right? Did I ever say, all of the people that are around, Jenny Craft, are you still here? You've been around for quite a while. Have I ever said that I did anything? Even when I used to overshare, was any of that ever said? Nope. And you know what's really funny is, Brooke, you were really good friends with me. How could you be good friends with me when I'm capable of such horrible, horrendous things? You guys have a video of me being fat, feeding baby kittens. That was before I met him. That was probably 6 months before I met him. Where is this life of crime that you say I have? I just love this timeline that y'all put together, and that's what really cracks me up. All I know is he's hot as fuck. I can see your trip. Wait, what do you mean? Is there a new picture? Does he have a new picture? Is there a new picture? Where'd you see it? I'm curious. He wasn't bad looking. He wasn't bad looking, but he had a bad past. And this is why I laughed at the Lily situation, is because I met him on Tinder. He asked me to marry him almost immediately. And if I was stupid like Lily, I would have said yes, and look at what I would have been in the middle of. That is why I laughed at, oh, the pick in your head. Oh, okay. I thought there was a new mugshot. I'm like, where's the new mugshot? I want to see it. I want to see it. No, he was good looking, although he could have been taller. My ex-boyfriend was 6'2", but never again would I ever date anybody that smokes cigarettes or does anything more than smoke weed. Do more than smoke weed, and that's it. George's epidemic has spread. The dots have spread everywhere. I mean, can you imagine the stories that we could come up with, Brooke, about, I mean, the black eye pictures, the breaking out the windows, and all of those things? And fun fact, when Brooke broke out those windows, that was more risk. I post your pictures together to shame you, and I'm like, thanks for sharing. Yeah, and you know what? I think there's like one of those pictures that only comes from Jen, but whatever. I don't care. I really don't fucking care. You guys are much, much more concerned with my past than I am. You're much more concerned, and I'm not exactly sure what exactly you're going to do. So the people that want to believe Brooke's theories are going to still believe her theories regardless. Are any of you guys going to jump ship because of Brooke? Uh-oh, AK is not a crazy person. They're not crazy. They'll keep blaming you and MRE no matter what. Well, oh my gosh. You guys, I listened a little bit of SoFlo. SoFlo and Muscle are back, and they're doing the same fucking things all over again.
Let me fast forward this part.
Oh, leather banana hammock, whatever that he was wearing. Yeah, I really don't understand what she's going to do, because fun fact, you're never going to find me arrested for anything like that. You're never going to find me connected to anything like that. That's why I love when Jen sits there and says that I placed ads. What? I used my graphic design for ads? What? There is so much. And guess what? No, Brooke is a typical drunk. Look at someone else, not her bad behavior. She is. And I can state that from her behavior online, because usually there's a lot of people online that drink, right? There's a lot of them. But they drink in moderation, and they don't drink so much that they have problems with it. You know what I mean? She gets problems with it. She gets mad, she breaks windows, whatnot.
This is crazy.
Anyway, really quick, you guys, I'm going to end it with this because I have a delivery coming. Hold on. Oh, shut up. Is it here now? No, not yet. Still not delivered yet. Anyhow, have you guys seen Penelope's boyfriend? I saw that, I think Whitney posted something about it. You guys, I don't know how we're going to just forget about this.
Listen to this part. Listen to this part.
Penelope, you stuck your nose in my business all over the place. Jason should be the one featured in the thong song. Oh. Oh, they brought it all the way up to my door. Yay! Because it is here. Have you guys seen who Penelope's boyfriend is? This is disturbing. No or yes? Oh, yeah, this is it. You guys, she's with another 50-something-year-old man. It's disturbing. Why is Penelope obsessed with older men? And why does she move them into her home?
What do you say? What if I got the ticket today? I was like, hey, I'll do it. Then, as soon as I knew I had a ticket and it was like 12 hours of flight time, I called my doctor and I was like, hey, bro, I could use 10 milligrams of Xanax. As soon as I got to the airport, I started with a double screwdriver,
Hey, Mikey.
5 milligrams of Xanax, and another double screwdriver.
So hold on, this is just a little clip of one of his lives.
Blind, you can take that and run with it. I have shanked a cunt in my front yard and the neighbors saw it. But I have never hit or smacked or beat or abused a woman. I have verbally abused the fuck out of them cunts. And I'm about to have to go right now. But anyway, in spite of that, I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. Somebody made me forget everything right now. I don't even know what I'm streaming. What am I streaming about? Gigi, where are you? Dude, I got Kodak. By the way,
this is Penelope's new boyfriend.
piss you off. It's never been. Who is this? I can't even see. Woman, will you look at this and read this? Whoever this fuck is. By the way, I don't mean any offense. I just can't read what you said. Should I light him up? Let's settle it.
You can hear her in the background.
What is ow, Dick? Stop it.
Did you hear that? I get to abuse her physically. But she does.
See, so there you go. You hear that she is in there. So she is once again bringing somebody around her child. Yeah, I don't even know if she's that pretty anymore. Hold on a minute. I want to see if I can. And then I'm looking on his shorts. There's guns. He's got tattoos all over his face. Okay, do you want to see what he looks like? Oh, please. This is what he looks like. That's what he looks like. That's creepy. And that's alarming. I hear, because I think AC is the one that made me aware of who he was. Like, you know who this guy is? And I looked, I'm like, what? But anyway, guys, I have to get out of here.
Did you see what she just did right there? AC is the one who made me aware of who this guy was. She's trying to get Penelope's boyfriend to go after AC. Listen again.
He looks like, oh, please. This is what he looks like. That's what he looks like. That's creepy. And that's alarming. I hear, because I think AC is the one that made me aware of who he was. Like, you know who this guy is? And I looked, I'm like, what? But anyway, guys, I have to get out of here. I have to tend to my, no, looks are not everything, but he's scary. He looks scary. And I don't know, as a parent, if I would be moving somebody like that into my home. I don't know. I don't even move anybody into the home with my cat.
She has got LA. That is so funny that you wrote in here what Allie loves cats the second she started talking about her cats.
Yeah, I would have do you think that I would have exposed my cats to all that bullshit? But anyway, guys, I am out of here. I got stuff I gotta do. Wasn't planning on going live. Don't believe the hype. Brooke, pay attention to your family. It's summertime. Go have a good time. I'll see y'all later.
That is it for me. I've done 2 hours and 30 minutes. 2 hours and 22 minutes, but who's really counting? But anyhow, thank you guys for coming. I'm going to try to go live. I don't know when, honestly, but there is this live she did that I do want to go over because that was a good one. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. See how much time I have. But thank you guys for coming. Thank you, mods, for modding. And I hope everyone has a good day. It's hot outside. Please drink your water. I don't know who's next, but that last part, she's trying to get. The guy has been posting pics and videos of her daughter talking about both of them are on. Listen, I don't have nothing to do with that. Penelope is a grown-ass woman. Whoever she brings into her house is her business. It's not the internet's. So I don't know. I don't know. On drugs blocking out, so people are going to have an opinion. Yeah, people are going to have an opinion. However, somebody like Jules shouldn't have an opinion when she was literally with, hello, a pimp and a sex trafficker. Like, you can't sit here and call Penelope out, but you're excusing what Jules is doing. I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. But anyhow, you guys have a wonderful day. We are looking forward to some. Yes, we are. I believe Brooke is going live today. So, hey, I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day.